Anyhow, also, Yuriorkis Gamboa knocked out Walter Estrada 1 round. And man, was it fast. I hope you didn't blink. I hope you were sitting right there when the bell rang, because man, it was over in a hurry. And Yuriorkis Gamboa finally wins the fight without getting knocked down himself or getting in any trouble himself. Way to go. We need to see more of those, Gamboa. You don't need to be getting knocked down every time you fight. I mean, it makes it exciting, but you know, right now, I don't think, if I had to pick right now between Linares and Gamboa, or Guerrero and Gamboa, I would pick either one of those over Yuriorkis Gamboa, just because Gamboa gets hit a lot, and he doesn't have the best chin in the world. Robert Guerrero, his power has definitely stepped up a good bit, I think, and Linares, same thing, and they're both good counterpunchers. I could see either one of those countering him and putting him out right now if he doesn't do something about his defensive liabilities. So I'd like to see some improvement before they try to put him and one of those two in there. Maybe Gamboa versus Rocky Juarez, he could beat Rocky Juarez because Juarez wouldn't throw a damn punch before the 5th or 6th round anyhow. So, you know, just bum rush him, you'll get him out of there just because he won't throw any punches until then. But, and we'll get to Rocky Juarez and Chris John momentarily, but also Irlande Lara got a first-round KO. He's a junior middleweight. It was a very impressive first-round KO. I'll be glad once he's progressed a little further. It was a guy he was supposed to knock out in the round anyhow, and he looked impressive doing it. So he did what he was supposed to do with this guy. This guy, Gross, knocked him out, got him out of there, did what he was supposed to. Look forward to seeing him more. While we're speaking on these Cubans, Gamboa and Lara, of course, I also want to mention Guillermo Rigondeaux has defected from Cuba. He's in Miami, as last reported by Fight News. He's in Miami, supposedly, with Arena Boxing. They've got him. They've got the other Cuban guys. And good for them. This guy was the best guy from that class, from that Cuban class that all these guys have come from, that have defected. This guy, he'll probably be living in Germany with the rest of them. Great catch. Glad he's out of there. Hope they don't get him back. I hope they don't deport him again. Stay safe. Don't go clubbing or anything. Stay at home. Stay under lock and key. Don't let immigration know where he's at. This guy was fantastic amateur, 2-time gold medalist. I look very forward to him fighting. He was I think 118 pounds in the amateurs. We'll see what he does as a pro. He hasn't fought in a while, of course, but look for him to be on the fast track. He's like 27 years old. They're going to be moving him fast, and they need to. And I don't think it'll be a problem whatsoever. He's ready, maybe not ready right now, but I mean, go ahead and get him in there. 118, 122, put him in there, go ahead. I'm looking forward to that guy. Also, Miguel Cotto had to get in the ring again, you know, after the Antonio Margarito thing. I will touch on the Antonio Margarito thing shortly. Miguel Cotto, TKO 5 over Michael Jennings, erased any question that anyone had on if Miguel Cotto would be back or not, if he'd struggle, and he looked absolutely impressive. His body work returned in about the 3rd round. 5th round, it was too much for Michael Jennings. He put him down in the 4th round, I think, and then the 5th round, it was just too much for Jennings. Jennings could not take it, and just fantastic fight. Fantastic performance for Cotto. He did what he was supposed to do against Michael Jennings. Good for him. Now it's looking like he's going to fight Joshua Clottey this summer in June. Looking very forward to that. Joshua Clottey is one tough customer. Who's going to win that? I don't want to get into it right now. I'd have to lean toward Cotto right now myself. I really would. Clottey does tend to take some rounds off. He usually takes 3 or 4 rounds off per fight. And I think that might be the thing that, if you take 3 or 4 rounds off against Miguel Cotto, you're going to lose. And I think that might be the telling difference. If he actually stays in there and keeps fighting, who knows? Because Joshua Clottey is a very tough course, I think he's underrated and I think he's underappreciated at welterweight, but do not underrate this guy. Do not underappreciate him. He will shock you. Anyhow, John Duddy, Matt Vanda. Duddy did what he was supposed to. I wish he would have knocked Matt Vanda out, but he didn't. He beat him pretty easily. It was a workmanlike performance, so to speak. He did what he was supposed to do. He won. He stayed busy and won, and looked good enough doing it. Nothing real spectacular, but nothing. He kept himself safe for possibly a Pavlik fight later on down the line. Speaking of Kelly Pavlik, of course, he fought in Youngstown, and he beat Marco Antonio Rubio quite decisively, quite well. I thought maybe it would end a little earlier than it did, but it didn't. Rubio is a tough guy, and Pavlik went after him from round one. He really went after him, and Rubio offered nothing almost the entire fight. There was one round, what was it, like 6 or 7, that Rubio actually put up much of a fight at all, and that was it. Pavlik just dominated him the rest of the rounds, and then after the 9th round, he had taken some good flush shots, and the corner decided, no, don't go out, so Rubio quit in the corner. His corner basically stopped the fight. Where's Pavlik go from here? Where he should go is he should fight Arthur Abraham. That is the fight he needs to fight right now. Arthur Abraham, or at least someone of substance. How about Alan Green? I would love to see Kelly Pavlik and Alan Green. But, I mean, go fight Abraham. Just go ahead and do Arthur Abraham. Abraham said he'd come over here. He'll fight you anywhere in the world. Just go ahead and do it. It's the fight everyone wants to see at middleweight anyhow, and you need to do it. And I've been getting a lot of emails and comments and things because I've said that I don't accept Kelly Pavlik as the middleweight champion right now. I don't. Yes, he did not technically lose his titles whenever he lost to Bernard Hopkins, but I'm sorry, Bernard Hopkins is 43 years old, and he beat this 26-year-old every single round. Let me repeat that. A 43-year-old beat a 26-year-old every single round. I don't care if it was at 170. I don't care if it was at heavyweight. He beat him every single round. Pavlik did nothing that entire fight. He got raped. He got molested by Bernard Hopkins. And that's not a champion. He can paper champion, sure, but and that's not any disrespect to Pavlik. I'm not trying to disrespect Pavlik and say he's not a former champion, but when he lost that badly, I don't consider him a champion. That's my opinion, and so therefore it is fact. And whatever.